What's happening, you guys? Welcome to today's episode. Good news. We are really steaming ahead with this car. Now, I know I haven't released an episode for a little while. That's because I've had to run several experiments to get a good finish on this car. In the end, I've decided the way for me is going to be to go with a clear coat, and I'm going to explain that just now. No, that sounds very different from what I originally said I was going to do. The original plan was I was going to put as much paint on the car as I possibly could. I even did an episode about roller painting, if you watched that one at all, just because when I originally painted the car, I didn't realise how many dark patches would still show through. And even though that I went and got and painted the car another 3 times, I'm still having problems. However, someone had turned around to me and said, "What you're doing that for? Why don't you just use clear coat?" Now, originally that's because my plan was to put as much as I could on there and polish the paint and then put a wax on the top. I would have preferred to do that. And if I could go back in time, I might have gone with one colour for the car and just absolutely blobbed it with loads of paint, put plenty of primers on so I wouldn't get anything showing through. As I said, I'm quite an amateur at this anyway. My first real attempt of painting a whole car, especially with coach paint. I've done, odds and sods on motorbikes and things before, but never a whole car project. And yes, it is obviously quite important to have enough paint on there to get that sort of base coat shine. So instead, don't worry, don't despair. I do think we'll get a nice result from a clear coat. The only problem being is clear coat takes a long time to dry, as far as I'm aware. I mean, I've searched on the internet. Now, if you search that straight away, it will come up saying 24 hours or something like that. I don't believe that. I think it could take up to nearly a month to go fully hard. That's what a lot of the old boys that use these kind of paints have told me. I don't know if that's correct, but I'm going to give it a chance to go off, and I want 2 coats of it on there as well. I'm going to today try and do the majority of the body of the car, the outside of the car. With the bonnet and the boot, I need to do a bit of work on those because I have done some experiments on them. Unfortunately, I've sanded them away since. I can't show you, but I managed to get a tremendous shine off of the lacquer. So yeah, I painted a little bit on there just to see if it will work, gave it a week to harden, and I polished it and it looks fantastic. So I think as long as we put an even spray on there, and I do a good job, and obviously I've decontaminated the whole garage. I've been out this morning and hoovered like crazy and made sure there is as little dust in here as possible. I'm hoping that we'll get a fairly good result. So yeah, sadly these are being left out of the party today. I've recently just repainted this one and I'm going to do the same to that one, and this is purely because if you recall, I had a problem on this one anyway. I made a mistake where I buffed the back of it and melted some of the paint on it, so it needed repainting anyway. This one has been repainted but needs sanding and all this sort of stuff. Now the car itself is pretty much ready to go. I've got a little bit on the back quarter there to do, but otherwise we're in a position now. As you can see, it's almost got like a matte effect, but we're pretty much in a position where we can get this sprayed now. And do you know what? I think I've just heard someone. I think I heard the unmistakable sound of an Ian. Here comes the police vigilante. You look quite serious on that, man. How are you, dude?
I'm alright.
A nice temperature for a ride today, isn't it? Ian, thanks for joining us. You know what, from a distance, you actually look like a French policeman. Very serious. License and registration, please. Ian's here. Hello, mate. Thank you once again for coming to help me. And he's already been cleaning, isn't he? Good man. Have you recovered from your boat trip?
Yes.
I don't know if you guys saw that episode. Me and Ian had a good chill out, didn't we, mate?
Yeah. Good.
Right, moment of truth. So we've got a few little jobs to do. Ian, I think we need to get some paper in here.
Yeah.
We've got that roll of,
Right.
got plenty of paper there.
Yeah.
We just need to cover up the wheels. Now, in terms of overspray inside, I'm not really too worried about over there because we're going to be hidden anyway. But I think maybe a bit of paper over the front windscreen because we don't want anyone coming through there. And, I'm going to be quite careful anyway. I obviously need to go over the whole car with a bit of degreaser as well. What's that? Well, I might have to get a new one of those. Yes, I will be doing the engine bay at some point. Different times. But yeah, hopefully, if we can get this painted, this is part 1 of the clear coat. I'm going to be continuing to do another one, hopefully later in the week. And if that goes well, we will put the car a bit back together and get it running, because how long has it been since this has run? Quite a while now, and I don't like cars not running, especially if they're this age. Right, so let's get the odds and jobs done. And I think I've got a couple of little areas I just want to go re-scuff up again, but we're pretty much ready to go. Where's the... We done it again? You're joking? Oh, it's there. There we go.
That's all right. Yeah, that's all right. That's the worst of it. Yeah. No.
So that's as much as I want to get it masked off. Like I said, I don't want to go too crazy because yeah, we're not doing the inside. If I get a little bit of overspray on that, it's going to be done anyway. I'm not really too bothered about that. The only thing I don't really want to do is get the dashboard yet because I've got a bit of refining to do there. Last little thing I've got to do, Ian.
Yep.
I think the two of us get one of those Scotch-Brite pads, and we're going to go up and scuff all that up. Where are those? There's our box over here somewhere. Oh my God. I need to organise this a bit better. What do you reckon? One each? So yeah, same method as before, going around scuffing it up. I know I usually make these wet, but they do work just as well without it. And what we'll do, we'll just go around, blast it off with a compressor, make sure there's zero dust, and then we're into the respray. I'm scared, Ian. I'm not even joking, I am actually quite scared. Because yeah, lacquer, from what I hear, lacquer can run. So yeah, I'm just hoping it's going to lay down all right. It's plenty warm enough in here, that's for sure. It's really hot in here. We might have to open the door and get a bit of air. Cool. So that's all rubbed down. I mean, it was pretty much done anyway. Just wanted to go over and make sure that there was no missing bits. I'm pretty happy. It's got a pretty even covering now. Don't worry, I know it looks sort of like matte effect at the moment. As soon as that clear coat comes on, it's going to look hopefully nice and shiny. I think what we'll do is yeah, let some air in here because it is absolutely baking. And the last little thing we got to do is go over the car with degreaser and tacking cloth. Oh, I really don't think I need to show you that, guys, again. I'll show you the products. But yeah, you guys have heard me ramble on about that far too much. But yeah, it's an essential part. You don't want to miss it out. And that's why we've got gloves on as well. Any sort of grease or anything like that will show up. So yeah, we're going to be extra careful that this is nice and clean before we paint it in.
Yeah.
Cool, right, let's get some air. Woo. So I've actually gone with Paintman's very own Prep Clean, basically a degreaser, alcohol wipe, whatever you like. There's different variations out there. As long as it gets all the grease off of the car, that's the main thing. A special mission for you. Again, I don't want to go on about it too much, but yes. How many times do you think I've shown this in the video? Yeah, well, again, if you don't know what it is, it's a tacky cloth. Now, I know I'm using the degreaser to go around the car. If I continue doing that, if you could go behind me and make sure you take one of these to it. Now, basically, it's a tacky cloth and it will just cling on to any sort of residual dirt that might be on the car. Make sure you're nice and thorough. Yeah. You don't want any dirt left underneath that paint job, but yeah, try to use those if you're going to do anything like this. They make a hell of a difference. Ian, can you just show us that cloth? So I've just been over this bit already. Well, obviously not well enough because there's quite a lot on there. In fact, I don't think I've hit that bit yet, Ian. Yeah. But if you rub it over this, so I've just done this part here, I guarantee that there will be leftover something or other. Let's have a look at the cloth. Yeah, there you go. dirt on the cloth. So yeah, nice and thorough with that. Get in there nice and deep, Ian. That's it, get scrubbing. Get scrubbing. So yeah, just put it out there. We were just talking about this, weren't we, Ian? Originally, when I wanted to just help this car out a little bit, because there's tons of issues on this car. When I mean tons of issues, Ian, how much work is there still to be done?
A lot.
Yeah, this car really was in quite a poor shape, and there are still places. Let me just show you. For instance, here, I have no idea what's going on here. It take a long time to try and get that out. At some point, I may well do that, but I just wanted this car to look like it's been loved, and at least one colour. Because you remember that green, Ian?
Green, yeah.
If you washed that car the last time, you would actually come with like a big clump of green in your hand. And then I had body parts falling off, and it kind of got to that decision time, didn't it, Ian?
Yeah.
Do I get rid of the car and scrap it or sell it on, or do I keep it? Now, I just love the car so much. Didn't want to see it to go away from me. And I think we've done quite an excellent job of getting it into some sort of form where it's respectable. So yeah, it is me coming up with excuses for why this paint job isn't going to be like amazing, but hopefully this will give me a reasonable finish. Do you think the paint gods are with us, Ian?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, well, it's a moment of truth. And like I said, there is, like I said, however it comes out today, there is a chance for correction further down the line, because as I said, we're going to be flattening and buffing that back in about 30 days time. I am going to go old school and leave it enough time to set, because I think lacquer takes about 30 days, Ian.
Is it?
Well, I've heard different opinions on that, but I think before I go tampering with it too much, if I give it a good amount of time to set, and like I said, I'm going to put two coats of this on. I think that's the plan. We'll see how the first one goes on, but yeah, I think I'm going to try and put 2 coats. I'm expecting there to be some dry mucks, so you know, where the sprayer has gone a bit funny, we'll probably have a few dust nips in there. I've tried to clean this place out as much as possible to reduce that, but yeah, without further ado, I think, Ian, you're finally finished with the tacking cloth now, aren't you?
Let's do the top again.
Yeah, he's going to go over the top again. But yeah, I think otherwise that's pretty much ready to... So Ian's been really busy. I've just had to do an emergency trip to Screwfix to get another spray gun, because yeah, these are the ones. Oh, well, I think I wanted to give it every best chance to go right. And even though it's only a cheap one, look, at the end of the day, it's nice and clean. It's never been used, and it would just be purely for clear coat only.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've been busy, Ian. This car looks fantastically clean. I think we've given it every opportunity to come out nicely. Right then, let's get the hopper out. Ian, we could do an unboxing video. Ready?
Yep.
YouTube loves this. Ready? Yeah, exactly. I wonder how many hits this gets on YouTube. Okay, enough of this. There's a few other bits and bobs in there. I'm hoping, because it's the Stanley one. Yeah, it's in here. And one of them. Never been used before. And a whole load of other stuff that I didn't need, but they had nothing else. So yeah, that goes on there. Hopefully, they're saying it does look like a different... Oh, don't tell me I've got to take this bit off. Probably. Yeah. Are we shooting? Is it actually audio on? Yes. We've just had a eureka moment. So this bigger compressor that Matt has very kindly given me, we didn't have the right attachments, but this new hopper that I've just brought just happens to have that. So hopefully that means we won't run out of air so soon on. Cool, that's good news. Let's get this one plugged in then and get this filled up with some lacquer and go for it. So it is the moment of truth. I'm not going to lie, I am scared. Here it is. We've given it a good stir up. Yeah, I don't think there's much to do other than cue the music and hope this goes well. I think the reason I'm so scared is that I've heard so many rumours about how lacquer can like run. But let's get the try and set up the sprayer nicely, and hopefully it will come out nice. In my head, this is going to go well, but famous last words. Let's see how we go. The cameraman, can you take over? I need to put some gloves on. Ian's very... Yes, you've got your gloves on today, Ian.
Mm-hmm.
Well done. Hopefully none of our subscribers will have a go at us this time.
Right.
Bryce, do you know what I'm really worried about? I'm worried we're going to release this episode and I'm going to have like 1,000 comments like, you should have done this with lacquer coat. Well, yeah, we're going for the hard way. We're a sucker for punishment. But at least we got a better compressor for this. And thank you if you are watching, Matt. We really appreciate that. Right, Ian, I'm going to hand the phone on to you. So, how... Oh my God. I'll go for that much. Yeah. Although, yeah. I'll just stick that over there, out of harm's way. And I'll have some test shots in a minute. Have it. It is sprayed with a clear coat, and I must admit, I haven't seen any runs whatsoever so far, Ian. I think we're in luck, and yeah, you can just see from there it's given it a nice sort of deep colour, and that shine is definitely back even before we've done any polishing. In time to come, I will obviously probably about a month from now, I'm going to sand it back and buff it back. With 1,000 grit, then 2,000 grit, then finally 3,000 grit, and it should hopefully look like a bowling ball. But yeah, like I said, at the moment it's sort of got this like almost like I said, the orange peel. This is what I was talking about, where it sort of doesn't lay completely flat. Now a lot of cars have that anyway. Obviously with the classic car boys and all the muscle cars, they like that to be like mirror shine, and I'm hoping with that buff back we'll sort of achieve that by just buffing the clear coat back. And I'm probably going to put another coat of the clear coat on there again. This is only part one of the clear coat. I've got obviously the bonnet and the boot of the bonnet to do. I need to paint the underside of that before I do that as well. I'm hoping over the next couple of days I can get that done and finalise some of these things in the inside. But I think as a start, Ian, that's fantastic. That looks so much better. That's exciting. Yeah, lovely. We're going to call that a day. I'm really quite pleased by how this has come out. Look at that. Yeah, so if you did enjoy that, please give us a thumbs up in the likes comment, and feel free to comment. Tell us if we've done anything wrong. I'm sure I did. I've done my best. Like I said, I am an amateur, and for some reason, I feel like when it's your first time doing something, things just generally tend to go wrong. You're never going to learn unless you have a go, and that's exactly what I've done. I think I've tried my best to follow all of the sort of steps, if they make weaving a flat bit. But yeah, I'm pleased with this. We've got a shine on this now, and I think with a bit of TLC in a month's time, polishing it down, we can really get a nice effect on this. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. And I've noticed it's really weird, right? So we had 331 subscribers, then we had 332, then we had 331, then we had 333. Yeah, it seems to be a fluctuation. So yeah, come on, let's pump it up and get to 400. Yeah, we need some more subscribers. I promise there's some more videos coming out soon, and if you haven't yet, hit that notification bell. Ding that, so that way you'll know when I'm releasing new content. It shouldn't be too long. I've got the week off, so hopefully there'll be another one coming by the end of the week. That's my plan. Do you want to say anything, Ian?
No,
you
happy.
He's happy. I'm happy, and I think it's beer o'clock now. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, guys. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll do some music on the end, and I'll give you a good show around the car.